football game on, man. You gonna come check it out? Man, look, man, screw that game, man. I already done watched. Listen, I already done watched the Super Bowl, basketball bowl. I'm on Twitter talking to my uncle Magic Johnson because I feel bad. You know, I was talking bad about Unc, and Unc, you know, he came on my house. You know, he whooped my tail. He told me, listen, son, you can't be doing that. You know, we family. You can't be blasting me on Twitter. You gotta come talk to him. You got my number. And I feel bad, man. I feel bad. So, anyway, it's your man Urban Lover coming from your mama's basement. I was going to do a hype video, man. It's raining outside. I was going to go outside and do some crazy stuff. But only thing about it, man, I got my stomach hurting. Yeah, my stomach hurting. Ate some pizza and some wings last night. Well, this morning from last night. And ain't sit too well on my stomach. I was after the game, man, I was in the bathtub for like a good minute. But look, I'm just gonna say this real quick, guys. First and foremost, hats off to Luke Walton. All we Lakers fans want is consistency. I believe in the youth movement. But I'm looking at it from the front office perspective. You know, the moves they're going to try and make, this and that. Me personally, if I was the front office, I will focus on the youth movement. And I will actually, you know, pay attention to the way they're being rotated, stuff like that. But I wouldn't dip my hands in it too much. Now, I made 2 videos, like mostly directed to Brook Lopez. Because, you know, Brook Lopez came out crying about he not playing in the 4th quarter. You know, and then him just not manning up and just playing ball. You know, I said, listen, dude, you know, you want to end of your, this is the end of your contract. You got to play because what's going to happen if you don't play, you're not going to get that type of money. Nobody's going to sign you. So you got to build your value up. So when you're on that floor, stop crying, play ball. You see what Julius Randle doing and Jordan Clarkson doing. They got tired of, okay, let's stop poking and crying about being traded and all that. We just going to go out and play ball. If it happened, it happened. But we got to build our value up. And Julius Randle's playing like a freaking, man, he's playing like a freaking wildebeest, man. Straight up. And I told people that's why I like Julius Randle game, because it's old-fashioned. And what I mean by old-fashioned, getting down in the interior, man, and just banging bodies. You heard Carmelo Anthony, he was crying, man. Man, he's banging me in my chest, in my stomach, man. I'm about to throw up 2 more kids. Listen, at the end of the day, that's what Julius Randle game is, man. And that's why I say at the end of the day, Carmelo Anthony can't play him. And Carmelo Anthony ain't the Carmelo Anthony of, oh, that's going to take him off the dribble like that. You know, he'll probably have, you know, spurts of it, but he's not going to do it all the time. But these guys, man, played a hell of a game, man. Shout out to Brook Lopez. And I'm going to say something real quick because I know a lot of fans say, you know, he only had a couple rebounds, this and that. I'm with you. I think at 7 feet tall, you should be getting boards. But I'm going to show you guys. Well, not show you guys something, but tell you guys something. I'm not Liquor Film Room. He the one to drop all the analytics and all that stuff, you know, and give you an opportunity to see the play-by-play calls. I'm just an analyst. I just like to talk. But let's look at this. Now, Brook Lopez, if you look at the game, you'll say, damn. Brook Lopez, you know, he's killing the offense, but what about the rebounding? You know what I mean? You know, here's the thing. If you remember the last game we played OKC, they were getting beat so bad. Brook Lopez only would play like 20-something minutes, if that. This game he played 35 minutes. And I said this before, I said it in my last video. If you don't have Lonzo Ball, you got to run half-court set offense. You got to have some backdoor cuts. You got to do more passing to get more people involved. You got to go down low. You got to, one thing I always say to people over and over again, you got to go down low in order to draw fouls. Brook Lopez is not that type of player to draw fouls like that, but here's the thing. When Brook Lopez is hot, Julius Randle plays much better. I'm just going to be honest with you. And the reason why I say that is because this. When Brook Lopez is out there shooting threes and jumpers and all that, it pulls Adams away from the paint. Because remember, Adams was the one that really killed us in the last game. He was in the paint, controlling the paint, because Brook Lopez shot wasn't falling. Brook Lopez wasn't getting no plays. So now they went to Brook Lopez to pull Adams away from the paint so that way Julius Randle could dominate. And you heard freaking Hubie Brown Carter saying it all over again. Give Julius Randle the ball. He's right there. Carmelo cannot play him. He can spin off with Carmelo all the time. And that's true. But, you know, like I said, this is a young team. We're growing. We're learning. Ty Ennis didn't get in the game. I'm happy. KCP, I know we're beating up on him a lot, man. But here's the beautiful thing about KCP. This game and the last game, yeah, I said it. I'm going to say it. This game and the last game, he actually played under control. What I mean by that, he didn't take a lot of wild shots. He didn't force a lot of things. His shots just wasn't falling. But he still ended up with 13 points. He had 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He was playing within the team chemistry. And this game right here, if you notice, we only had 24 assists. We had 19 turnovers. A couple of them was towards the end. A lot of bad plays or bad passes. But we controlled the outcome of the game, the whole game, man. We control it. You know, and that starting 5 I like. But my thing only, now me personally, Kuzma, they got to get Kuzma going because this ain't going to last forever. You got to get Kuzma going. And how do you get Kuzma going? Okay, you put Ingram at the 2, right? Or you playing the point. You got to bring Kuzma at the 3. You got to try him at the 3, man, because right now we got Larry Nance and Julius Randle playing a power forward spot, and they rotate with Brook Lopez, right? So by Brook Lopez getting 35 minutes, that means somebody's minutes got to be diminished. So if you look at it like this, once again, you go to Corey Brewer, he had 8 minutes, right? Corey Brewer had 8 minutes. All right, Caruso had 9. Now, here's the thing. You can rotate it where Kuzma can get his 20-something points, but he got to rotate between the power forward and the small forward spot. When Brandon Ingram is rotating from the the 2 or the point, or whatever how Luke Walton decide to play him. But the beautiful thing is, man, the Lakers control the paint. They communicate, they talk, they slow the ball down because listen, OKC like to run. A lot of these teams in the NBA love to run. But when and I said it before in my last video, one reason I like about San Antonio is that when Greg Popovich, he controls the outcome of the game. He don't let you control the game. He runs it how he want his team to run it. So if they want to slow down, run half-court sets to slow you down, they do it. And that's why San Antonio is sitting up top with a bunch of broke-down players. The Lakers, they're young, so you got to learn how to they got to learn how to play through half-court sets and learn how to do fast breaks. They already got the fast breaks now. We're #1 in the league in fast breaks, really. Fast breaks and in the paint moves. Brook Lopez had a tremendous game. Like I said, he only had 5 rebounds, and the only reason why is because he shoot a lot of jumpers. He's highly in the paint. Whereas Julius Randle, he's in the paint, hovering around the paint. Brook Lopez is hovering around the perimeter and 15 foot from the basket. So he's not going to get a lot of rebounds. But that's his game. And like I said, if they can get Brook Lopez going, get him to shoot and making shots, the defense become honest now because now they got to play Brook. So when you play Brook, that open up opportunities for other players to get to the paint. It's the same thing when you remember when Shaq used to play. When Shaq used to play, Shaq couldn't go out there and guard, what's that daggone guy? Arvydas Sabonis and all them guys that could shoot jumpers and all that. Divac, he couldn't guard them guys, so what they would do? They would put, who was it, Samaki Walker? I think it was Samaki Walker. I forgot. It was Samaki Walker. They would put him on there and let Shaq play, the power forward who couldn't shoot jumper like Grant. So that's what you do. You just match up according to how it would benefit your team. Ingram, another solid game. Listen, at the end of the day, man, he played good. He played good D on Carmelo on that one play when Carmelo tried to shoot the jump on him with his left. That's why I say that Ingram will be good at the 2 because it'd be hard for players to score on him. But I'm going to tell you like this. OKC is really hurting by losing Robinson. They have not won since, Eddie won since, they won like 4 in a row since Robinson went out. I think they only won 1, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really follow them as much, but I know they ain't really playing good. And when PG-13 grabbed, held Corey Brewer up off the floor, that lets you know that's a sign right there. He's coming. I'm just being honest. That's a sign he's coming. Man, but I don't even want to talk about LeBron. He looking pissed. I don't know, man. Both of them boys might come, man. I'm just hoping the Lakers don't trade these players, man, and just work out something in order to get some quality players, some veterans in here. Because the Lakers are not a bad team. Like I said, Jordan had 19 points. Brandon Ingram had 5 assists. He had 2 blocks. He did have 3 turnovers, but it was cool because they were moving the ball. And Lopez, like I said, man, he was a beast, man, on the offense. Defense-wise, he played good. He played pretty good to his ability. He didn't do what you would think any type of top 5 center would do, as in beasting down low, but he played pretty good because by him being there and his presence being in the paint, it controlled the paint to a degree. It helped the Lakers out because the Lakers, every time they went small, that's when OKC made their runs. Every time they went small, OKC made a run and Adams was getting off. Matter of fact, it was the sequence where the second unit was out rebounding our second unit. And I was like, man, we got to get Brook Lopez back in there. Like I said, if you're going to have Lopez, you got to utilize him. And Lopez got to come with his big man pants. He can't be sitting there whining, crying. Go play the game, big boy. And he did. Hart. Oh, man, that's a different story, man. Look, hey, Uncle Magic, you hear me, brother? Hey, look, my bad, brother. I don't know if it's my bad because I respect the draft picks you got. Those so far, the 3 out of 4 guys in the draft, man, have been freaking awesome, man. Lonzo Ball, Hart, and freaking Kuzma. I can't wait to see Bryant, but we probably, hopefully, see him next year or probably towards the end of the season. But Hart, man, another freaking double-double. 11 rebounds. Excuse me, my stomach's killing me. 2 assists, 2 steals. Man, the guy played within the system, man. You cannot ask nothing else from Josh Hart. This guy's playing small forward. He was getting on. Listen, I said it before. I said one thing I say is that when you play a team, you want to be physical with them. You can't be all shallow away from them and let them take shots and all that. You got to be grimy. That's why I like Randle. I like Hart because these 2 guys are physical. And they will beat you up. Julius Randle on offense was beating Carmelo Anthony up so much, he took him out the game. Carmelo Anthony couldn't do nothing because, like I said, when you're beating a person up so bad, when they get on offense, they don't have no energy to score because they're taking all the energy trying to play you. And that's why I said, so Julius Randle was doing the thing. Hart was all over Carmelo Anthony, man. I mean, all over him. Only one really, Westbrook and Paul George had a good game, but they needed Carmelo Anthony, man, and he ain't come through. Adams ain't do too much. Adams usually have like 10, 12 boards. And when he had 5. And that's because why he had to go out there and play freaking Lopez. He had to go play Lopez, so they opened up the paint for the Lakers to do whatever they wanted to do. It was a good, solid game all around by the Lakers. Good defense, good offense. Ain't really nothing bad you say about them. You know what I'm saying? They did good. Jordan Clarkson came in for 23 minutes. I think in 18 minutes he had like 12 points or something. Or 10 minutes. Timmy had like 12 points. So he had 18 points. Corey Brewer came in for 8 minutes, had 4. Larry Nance, he came and played pretty good defense. I mean, but like I said, sometimes he get outmatched based on the matchups. But that's why I say he should be rotating with Julius Randle and playing lower center depending on the matchup. But when Adams come in there, Brook Lopez got to come back in there. You got to match it up, man. You can't, Lakers can get away with it for sometimes, but when the scouting report is out that, hey, they like to run small, okay, let's beat them up inside. OKC could not do that. They couldn't beat up inside. And like I said, Kuzma, he got to get opportunities where he got to play the small forward spot. That's simply put. He played the small forward spot, things have changed for him. But the Lakers played an all-around good freaking game. Kudos to Lew Walton. You did the daggone thing. I'm going to just read the stats off real quick, man. I'm going to get up out of here because my stomach's killing me. All right, so. Oh, my gosh. All right, so field goals made. We shot 48% from the field. They shot 44%. Three-pointers, this is our proud. Best three-point shooting game of all. We shot 43% from the three-point arc. 13 for 30. They were 28, 7 for 25. Free throws made. We kind of was subpar because in reality, if we'd have hit some free throws, we kind of could have put this game away a little bit. But they were bad too, man. They were 17 for 25. They shot 68%. We shot 61%. Total rebounds, they out-rebounded us by 6. We have 8 offensive boards. They had 13. Defensive boards, they had 32. We had 32 to their 33. Hustle man points. This is the thing that killed them. They don't pass the ball much. When you got PG-13, Westbrook, and Carmelo, and when they become ISO players, the game don't move for them, man. In order for OKC to beat people, they got to play like they played when they were beating the crap out of us, when they were passing the ball around. They weren't playing the ball around, man. They were actually trying to beat us. They were really trying to beat us, and they just couldn't do it. Matter of fact, PG-13, this is his best game compared to the game he played last time we played him. He didn't play too good. He didn't really, he was out of sync. But this game, he had a good game. Anyway, we had 24 assists to the 17. Steals, we had 6 to their 13. Yeah, they were getting a lot of steals. Blocks, 7 to their 6, so that wasn't really too bad. Total turnovers, they had 19 to our 18, but we had 20 points off turnovers. They had 22 off turnovers. See, look at the fast breaks. Fast breaks, we only had 8. They had 21. I told you they like to run. That's any team. Most teams in the NBA, they love to run. And the thing about it is that's why you got to slow them down and make them play to your pace. You don't have to run with them all the time. You slow them down, make them play at your pace. That way you get to set your defense up, and you can actually kill these teams because these teams like to go small. They like to play around the perimeter. You can play the perimeter better. You can defend better when you slow it down. So they slowed it down because, like I said, they got Lonzo Ball to push, so they did the right thing. They ran when they needed to ran, set half-court plays when they needed the most. Points in the paint, we had 52 to their 54. Personal fouls, 20-18. And at the end of the day, man, like I said, 2 games in a row. We should have beat Orlando, man. And then I'm going to say this real quick, and I don't want to beat down Luke, but a lot is fall on Luke. I'm just being honest. Not just the players, but mostly on Luke. And the reason why I say that because he could have been using Brook Lopez. Even though we don't really like him, as his game ability, because, he ain't got no defense. But Luke Walton could have been using Brook Lopez. He could have been not used Tyler Enos and been started Brandon Ingram at the point. He could have been set KCP down when he had that personal problem instead of playing him in 4 games, because 3 out of them 4 games, KCP lost us them games. And also with the usage of Kuzma, like you're not really using them well. So I'm hoping that Luke Walton learns from this and continue to dig and continue to pick up from his mistakes and get better. Because at the end of the day, if we're going to keep him, we got to support him, but we got to make sure the guy does what's right. Everybody get critiqued. Don't just shy away from certain players or certain coaches because they're your favorite. Anyway, it's your man, Herbal Lover. Like, say, subscribe. You guys go ahead and watch that Super Bowl. I already knew who was going to win, so I ain't wasting my time. I talked to the ref. The ref told me, you already know, buddy. You already know.